Picture yourself sitting on a park bench in the early autumn, the air crisp with the leaves just beginning to gold, a faint rustle of wind carrying the scent of earth. You're holding your phone, scrolling through a budget app, your stomach knotted as you tally up expenses, rent, groceries, that impulsive online purchase you barely remember making. Your mind is racing, not just with numbers, but with a deeper unease, the sense that life is slipping through your fingers, that you're working harder, spending more, yet feeling less secure, less fulfilled. The world around you hums with pressure, ads promising happiness in a new gadget, social media flaunting lives you can't afford, a culture that equates worth with wealth. You long for a way to breathe easier, to live better, to find a path that feels intentional and free. Perhaps you've tried budgeting apps, read self-help books, or vowed to get your finances together, only to fall back into old patterns, overwhelmed by the gap between where you are and where you want to be. What if, in this very moment, there's a Japanese philosophy that could guide you toward that freedom, not with grand gestures or impossible goals, but with small, mindful steps that transform your life from the inside out? Enter Kaizen, Japan's transformative hack to save money and live better, a practice of continuous, incremental improvements that ripple into profound change. Kaizen isn't about drastic cuts, chasing riches, or achieving perfection. It's about aligning your habits with your values, decluttering your financial life, and creating a sense of abundance through simplicity and intention. It's a gentle yet powerful approach that meets you where you are, offering a path to clarity, purpose, and a life that feels richer in every sense. Let's embark on this journey together, exploring how Kaizen can help you navigate the chaos of modern life, save money, and build a more meaningful, fulfilling existence, one small step at a time. Kaizen, a term that translates to continuous improvement, is a Japanese philosophy with deep roots in both cultural tradition and industrial innovation. The word itself is a marriage of kai, change, and zen, good better, evoking a process of making things better through small, consistent actions. Its origins trace back to post-World War II Japan, when industries, particularly Toyota, adopted Kaizen to rebuild and thrive. In factories, it meant empowering every worker, from assembly line staff to managers, to suggest tiny tweaks, like repositioning a tool to save seconds or simplifying a process to reduce waste. These small changes, when multiplied across teams and time, led to extraordinary gains in efficiency, quality, and cost savings. But Kaizen's true genius lies in its universality. What began in manufacturing has blossomed into a way of life, applicable to personal growth, relationships, health, and, crucially, finances. Philosophically, Kaizen draws from Zen Buddhism's emphasis on mindfulness, presence, and the acceptance of imperfection, as well as the Japanese cultural value of Madanai, a profound respect for resources that urges you to avoid waste and cherish what you have. Unlike Western approaches that often glorify big, immediate results, think crash diets, get-rich-quick schemes, or extreme budgeting, Kaizen is patient, incremental, and deeply human. It's the art of asking, how can I make this 1% better today? And trusting that small, consistent steps lead to transformative outcomes. At its heart, Kaizen is a mindset of progress over perfection, a rejection of the all-or-nothing mentality that leaves so many feeling defeated. It's about observing your life with curiosity, not judgment, and making small adjustments that align with your goals. For your finances, this might mean brewing coffee at home instead of buying it, saving a few dollars a week, or reviewing your subscriptions to cancel one you rarely use. For your well-being, it could be as simple as taking a 5-minute walk to clear your mind, or choosing to cook a nourishing meal instead of ordering takeout. Kaizen's roots in Zen teach you to be present with these choices, to notice the texture of your daily life, the weight of a coin in your hand, the satisfaction of a task done with care, and to find joy in the process of improvement. In Japan, this philosophy is woven into everyday practices. A calligrapher refining a single stroke over years, a chef perfecting the balance of flavors in a dish, a gardener tending a bonsai with patience across decades. These acts reflect a cultural reverence for small, deliberate actions, a belief that greatness emerges from the accumulation of humble efforts. For you, Kaizen offers a similar promise. You don't need to be a financial expert, earn a fortune, or overhaul your life overnight to live better. You start where you are, with what you have, making one small change at a time, building a life that's not just financially sound, but rich in meaning, balance, and purpose. This philosophy feels urgent in today's world, where the pressures of modern life are relentless. You wake to a phone buzzing with notifications, work emails, news alerts, social media updates, each pulling your attention in a different direction. Your calendar is packed with obligations, from meetings to errands to family responsibilities, leaving little room for rest or reflection. Consumerism is a constant drumbeat, whispering that happiness lies in the next purchase, a sleeker phone, a trendier outfit, a bigger home. Yet each acquisition often leaves you feeling emptier, your bank account strained, your space cluttered. Financial anxiety is a shadow that follows you. Bills pile up faster than paychecks. Savings goals seem like distant dreams, and unexpected expenses, like a car repair or medical bill, throw your plans into chaos. Digital distractions compound the problem. You pick up your phone to check a message and lose an hour scrolling, comparing your life to curated feeds that spark envy or inadequacy. Beneath these tangible struggles lies a deeper one, a sense of overwhelm, a lack of clarity, a quiet yearning for a life that feels intentional, purposeful, and free. You might feel trapped in a cycle of spending, striving, and surviving, wondering if there's a way to break free without upending everything. Kaizen offers that path, not by promising instant wealth or a minimalist fantasy, but by guiding you to make small, mindful changes that add up to a life of abundance, peace, and joy. Let's meet Priya, a 39-year-old teacher whose story illustrates Kaizen's power. Priya felt crushed by financial stress. Her modest salary barely covered her family's expenses, rent, utilities, school supplies for her 2 kids, and she often relied on credit cards to bridge the gap, watching her debt grow. She loved hosting friends for dinner, finding joy in their laughter and shared stories, but the cost of groceries and wine left her guilty and anxious. Her evenings were spent scrolling social media, comparing her life to others, or worrying about bills, her mind too cluttered to enjoy the hobbies she once loved, like knitting. Exhausted and discouraged, she stumbled across Kaizen in a budgeting blog. The idea of small, continuous improvements intrigued her, but she was skeptical. How could tiny changes fix her mounting problems? Still, desperate for a shift, she decided to try. She started with one adjustment: brewing coffee at home instead of buying a $3 latte twice a week, saving $6. She tracked her spending in a simple notebook, noticing patterns like impulse buys at the grocery store, chips, sodas, snacks she didn't need. Over weeks, she made more tweaks, packing lunches 3 days a week, saving $15, canceling a streaming service she rarely used, saving $10 monthly, shopping secondhand for her kids' clothes, saving $50 a season. These small steps added up, freeing hundreds of dollars over months. She used the savings to chip away at her credit card debt and host potluck dinners, rediscovering the joy of community without the financial strain. Priya's life didn't transform overnight, but it felt lighter, more hers. Her story shows that Kaizen isn't about deprivation or sacrifice. It's about aligning your choices with what matters, creating a sense of abundance through intention and care. To truly grasp Kaizen's depth, let's explore its philosophical and cultural underpinnings further. Kaizen is more than a productivity tool. It's a way of being, a lens through which you see your life as a series of opportunities for growth. In Zen Buddhism, the practice of zazen, seated meditation, emphasizes returning to the present moment, letting go of distractions, and approaching each breath with fresh awareness. Kaizen mirrors this, asking you to approach each financial decision, each daily habit, with the same presence. The concept of matanai, a term that conveys regret for waste and gratitude for resources, adds another layer. In Japan, matanai is a call to honor what you have, whether it's a bowl of rice or $1 in your pocket. Kaizen applies this to your finances, urging you to use money mindfully, to see each purchase as a choice that either serves your values or detracts from them. This contrasts with the throwaway culture you're immersed in, where fast fashion, disposable goods, and impulsive spending are normalized. Kaizen invites you to slow down, to question, to choose quality over quantity, fostering a sense of respect for your resources and yourself. Historically, Kaizen's industrial roots offer a powerful metaphor for personal change. At Toyota, workers were encouraged to pause production lines if they spotted an issue, no matter how small, to address it immediately. This stop-and-fix mentality ensured problems didn't escalate, saving time and money. In your life, Kaizen asks you to do the same. Pause when you notice a financial leak, an unnecessary subscription, a habit of overspending, and fix it with a small adjustment. This proactive approach is empowering, shifting you from feeling like a victim of your finances to an active participant in shaping them. Culturally, Kaizen reflects Japan's reverence for craftsmanship, seen in practices like kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, celebrating imperfection. Kaizen embraces your financial cracks, debt, mistakes, overspending, not as failures but as opportunities to improve, to create a life that's beautiful in its uniqueness. This philosophy is inherently minimalist, asking you to declutter your spending, let go of what doesn't serve you, and focus on what brings true value. It's a continuous journey, not a destination, inviting you to evolve with each small step, building a life that's not just financially secure, but rich in purpose and harmony. The benefits of living with Kaizen are vast, touching every corner of your existence, and they deserve a deep exploration to understand their transformative potential. Financially, Kaizen is a lifeline. Small savings compound into significant sums. For example, skipping a $4 coffee 3 times a week saves $12 weekly, or $624 annually, enough for an emergency fund contribution or a weekend getaway. Canceling a $15 monthly subscription saves $180 a year. Buying generic brands at the store might save $20 monthly, or $240 yearly. These aren't hypothetical numbers. They're real, achievable gains from small Kaizen steps. Beyond dollars, Kaizen reduces financial anxiety. The constant dread of not enough money, time, or control eases as you track your spending and make mindful choices. You gain a sense of agency, knowing each step moves you closer to stability. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing progress, however small, replacing panic with pride. Mentally, Kaizen brings clarity and calm. Financial stress often clouds your mind, making it hard to focus on anything else: work, relationships, dreams. By addressing it through small, manageable steps, you free up mental space. Picture the relief of paying off a $500 credit card balance, not in one daunting lump sum, but with $20 extra payments each month. That clarity spills into other areas, helping you think more creatively, solve problems, or simply enjoy a quiet evening without worry. Emotionally, Kaizen fosters resilience. Financial setbacks, an unexpected bill, a job loss, can feel like personal failures, but Kaizen reframes them as opportunities to adapt. You might carpool to save gas or negotiate a bill, turning obstacles into wins. This builds confidence, a sense that you can handle whatever comes. Physically, Kaizen can ease the toll of stress. Chronic financial worry manifests in your body: tight shoulders, sleepless nights, a racing heart. As you gain control through small steps, your body responds. Imagine sitting down to review your budget, seeing your savings grow, and feeling your breath slow, your muscles relax. This isn't just metaphor. Studies link financial security to lower cortisol levels, better sleep, and improved health. Spiritually, Kaizen connects you to gratitude and purpose. By valuing what you have, a warm meal, a cozy home, a moment of connection, you find contentment in the present. This aligns with Matanai, a reverence for life's gifts that feels sacred, grounding you in a sense of abundance that transcends money. In relationships, Kaizen deepens bonds. Financial stress often strains connections, sparking arguments or avoidance. Instead of expensive outings, Kaizen encourages creative alternatives, hosting potlucks, sharing walks, exchanging skills like cooking or gardening. These moments build intimacy, rooted in presence, not cost. Picture inviting friends for a game night, laughter filling your home, no one caring that the snacks were homemade. At work, Kaizen enhances efficiency and focus. You might apply it to your tasks, organizing your inbox, batching errands, saving time and mental energy. This clarity boosts your performance, perhaps earning praise or opening new opportunities. Creatively, Kaizen is a spark. A less cluttered mind, freed from financial worry, makes space for new ideas. You might start a side project, like writing or crafting, or rediscover a hobby, finding joy in creation without pressure. Environmentally, Kaizen is a natural ally of sustainability. By questioning purchases, do I need this? Can I repair instead? You reduce waste, embracing Modernai. A reusable coffee mug saves $100 yearly and countless cups. A thrift store coat saves $50 and keeps textiles from landfills. These choices honor the planet, aligning your life with values of care and respect. Kaizen also nurtures purpose. As you align your spending with what matters, supporting local shops, saving for experiences like travel or learning, you feel like you're living intentionally, not just scraping by. These benefits weave together, creating a life that's not just financially sound but vibrant, balanced, and deeply fulfilling. Contrast this with life without Kaizen, and the difference is stark. Without it, you might spend reactively, buying on impulse to soothe stress or keep up appearances, only to face regret when bills arrive. You chase quick fixes, lottery tickets, risky investments, crash budgets that fizzle out, leaving you discouraged. You compare yourself to others, feeling inadequate because your life doesn't match their curated posts. You multitask frantically, distracted by notifications, losing focus and energy. Financial stress seeps into relationships, sparking tension or withdrawal. You might argue with a partner over money or skip gatherings to avoid spending, feeling isolated. This path is heavy, unsustainable, a cycle of striving, scarcity, and exhaustion. Kaizen, by contrast, is light, sustainable, empowering. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, about choosing small, intentional actions that build a life you love. Picture 2 mornings. One where you wake anxious, dreading your bank balance, versus one where you brew coffee at home, save $1, and feel a quiet pride in your choice. Kaizen makes the latter possible, transforming not just your finances, but your entire way of being. So, how do you bring Kaizen into your life to save money and live better? The process is practical, accessible, and built on small, intentional steps that anyone can take, no matter their income or circumstances. Start with observation, the foundation of Kaizen. For 1 week, track every dollar you spend, coffee, groceries, subscriptions, parking, in a notebook, spreadsheet, or free app like Mint. Don't judge yourself, just notice. This mindfulness is key, revealing patterns you might overlook, like $20 weekly on takeout or $15 monthly on unused apps. Ask, where is my money going? What can I improve by 1%? This exercise, done for just 5 minutes daily, builds awareness, the first step toward change. For example, you might notice you buy snacks at the gas station out of habit. A Kaizen tweak? Keep a granola bar in your bag, saving $2 per trip. Next, choose one small change to implement. If you spend $12 weekly on coffee, brew at home once a week, saving $3. This micro step is manageable, building confidence that change is possible. Over weeks, add more tweaks. Pack lunch twice a week, saving $10. Use a library instead of buying books, saving $15 monthly. Shop with a grocery list to avoid impulse buys, saving $20 a month. Each adjustment is a Kaizen win, compounding into hundreds of dollars over time. To make this habit stick, try a daily budgeting ritual. Each morning, spend 5 minutes reviewing your expenses from the day before. Ask, what went well? What can I improve today? If you overspent on dining out, plan a homemade meal for tonight. This ritual, done over coffee or during a commute, keeps your goals top of mind, making intentional spending second nature. Another powerful Kaizen practice is the one-in, one-out rule, a minimalist approach to consumption. Before buying something new, a shirt, a gadget, a kitchen tool, let go of something old. Donate a shirt to make room for a new one. Sell a book to offset a purchase, or repair a broken item instead of replacing it. This keeps your space and budget uncluttered, encouraging conscious consumption. For example, if you want a $30 sweater, sell an old jacket for $10 and use savings from skipped coffee runs to cover the rest. This practice not only saves money, but fosters gratitude for what you have, aligning with modern eye. You can also set micro-savings goals to build momentum. Aim to save $1 a day by skipping small luxuries, like bottled water or vending machine snacks. In a month, that's $30, enough for a small treat, a debt payment, or a savings boost. Track these wins in a journal or app, celebrating each one to stay motivated. For a bolder Kaizen step, try a no-spend challenge, a practice that sparks creativity and gratitude. Pick one day a week to spend nothing beyond essentials like bills or rent. Cook from your pantry, walk or bike instead of driving. Enjoy free activities like reading, hiking, or calling a friend. This exercise shows you how little you need to feel content, often saving $10, $20 per challenge day. Over a month, that's $40, $80, a tangible win that feels empowering. You might discover new joys, like experimenting with recipes from pantry staples or rediscovering a favorite book. To tackle debt, apply Kaizen's snowball method. List your debts from smallest to largest, then focus on the smallest one. Pay it off with small extra payments. $10 from skipped takeout, $20 from a side gig, while maintaining minimums on others. When it's paid, roll that payment into the next debt, building momentum. This approach turns a daunting task into a series of achievable steps, each one a victory. To supercharge savings, automate it, a Kaizen hack for consistency. Set up a weekly transfer of $5 to a savings account, so small it's painless but impactful over time. In a year, that's $260, a buffer for emergencies or a step toward a goal like a vacation. You can also apply Kaizen to income. Identify one small way to earn extra, selling unused clothes online, offering a skill like tutoring, or picking up an occasional gig. Even $50 a month adds $600 yearly, enough to dent debt or fund a passion. For example, if you love gardening, sell extra herbs at a farmer's market, blending purpose with profit. These steps don't require a career change, just a Kaizen mindset of small, continuous improvement. Kaizen extends beyond finances, enriching other areas of your life. Apply it to your home by decluttering one drawer a week, donating or selling unused items, creating a space that feels calm and intentional. Use the proceeds, $5 here, $10 there, to boost savings. In your schedule, Kaizen means carving out 5 minutes daily for self-care, a walk, a journal entry, a moment of gratitude, reducing stress and enhancing well-being. In relationships, make small gestures, a weekly call to a friend, a handwritten note, building connection without cost. These practices weave Kaizen into the fabric of your life, creating a holistic sense of balance and purpose. Challenges will arise, and that's where Kaizen's resilience shines. You might overspend, tempted by a sale or emotional stress. Instead of guilt, apply Kaizen. Reflect on the trigger and make one adjustment, like unsubscribing from retailer emails or pausing before checkout. If you're short on time, track spending for just 5 minutes daily, perhaps while waiting for coffee to brew. Financial constraints can feel limiting, but Kaizen thrives on creativity. Can't afford a gym? Walk in a park? Love dining out? Host a potluck. Social pressure is another hurdle. Friends might expect pricey outings. Suggest Kaizen-inspired alternatives, movie nights at home, group hikes, and share your goals. Most will admire your intentionality, and you might inspire them to try Kaizen too. If motivation fades, reconnect with your why. Ask, why am I saving? For security, a dream trip, freedom from debt. Write it down, place it where you'll see it, on your fridge, in your wallet. If a setback hits like an unexpected bill, don't despair. Use Kaizen to adjust. Skip takeout for a week, sell an unused item, or negotiate a payment plan. These strategies turn obstacles into opportunities, keeping you on track. Kaizen's power is amplified by its harmony with other philosophies, adding depth and richness to its practice. It echoes mindfulness, the art of being fully present, which sharpens your awareness of spending triggers and choices. It aligns with minimalism, the practice of letting go of excess to focus on what truly matters, whether it's a decluttered home or a streamlined budget. It resonates with Stoicism's emphasis on controlling what you can, your habits, not the economy, and accepting what you can't, like market fluctuations. Psychologically, Kaizen ties to the small wins theory, which posits that incremental progress boosts motivation and self-efficacy. Each saved dollar, each paid bill, reinforces your belief in your ability to change. Kaizen also connects to the Japanese concept of Wabi-Sabi, the beauty of imperfection, encouraging you to embrace your financial journey, mistakes and all, as a work in progress. These threads weave Kaizen into a broader tapestry of wisdom, reminding you that your pursuit of a better life is part of a timeless human quest for balance, purpose, and peace. Let's meet another Kaizen practitioner, Javier, a 46-year-old mechanic whose story brings the philosophy to life. Javier felt trapped by debt, his income stretched thin by car repairs, medical bills, and daily expenses. He loved fixing bikes, a hobby that brought him joy, but his evenings were consumed by stress, not tinkering. A coworker mentioned Kaizen, describing it as a way to improve life one step at a time. Javier, tired of feeling stuck, decided to try it. He started by tracking his spending, noticing $50 monthly on fast food, burgers grabbed on busy days. He cut back to once a week, saving $30 a month, and used the money to pay down a credit card. He sold old tools, collecting dust in his garage, earning $100 for another debt payment. Inspired, he began repairing neighbors' bikes for small fees, blending his passion with income. Over a year, these Kaizen steps paid off a $1,000 credit card and funded a bike repair course, opening new opportunities. Javier also applied Kaizen to his home, decluttering one shelf a week, selling unused items for extra cash. His evenings, once heavy with worry, became lighter, filled with the hum of his workshop and the joy of teaching his daughter to fix her bike. Javier's life didn't change overnight, but it felt richer, more aligned with who he was. His story shows that Kaizen is accessible to anyone, turning small, intentional changes into big, meaningful wins. Another scenario brings us to Aisha, a 32-year-old graphic designer navigating the gig economy. Aisha's income fluctuated, making budgeting a nightmare. She loved painting but rarely had time or money for supplies, her creativity stifled by financial stress. Social media made it worse, tempting her to buy trendy clothes or gadgets to keep up. A friend introduced her to Kaizen, suggesting she try small changes to ease the strain. Aisha started by tracking her spending, noticing $40 monthly on impulse buys, snacks, apps, small decor. She cut back by planning meals and unsubscribing from shopping alerts, saving $25 a month. She swapped one coffee shop visit for a homemade latte, saving $10 weekly. These savings went into a creativity fund, letting her buy paint without guilt. She applied Kaizen to her work, pitching one extra client a month, boosting her income by $200. At home, she decluttered her closet, selling clothes for $150, which she used to pay a utility bill. Aisha also started a no-spend Sunday, painting or sketching instead of shopping, rediscovering her passion. Over 6 months, these steps built a $500 savings buffer and revived her love for art. Aisha's journey shows that Kaizen isn't just about money, it's about reclaiming your time, energy, and dreams through small, purposeful actions. As you weave Kaizen into your life, you'll notice subtle yet profound shifts. Your bank account will grow, not through miracles, but through the steady accumulation of small savings. $1 here, 10 there. You'll spend less, not from deprivation, but from clarity, choosing what aligns with your values over what society pushes. Financial anxiety will loosen its grip, replaced by a quiet confidence in your progress. Your relationships will flourish as you prioritize connection over cost. Think shared meals, heartfelt talks, moments that cost nothing but mean everything. Your home will feel lighter, decluttered of excess, a reflection of your intentional choices. Your mind will clear, freed from the fog of worry, making space for creativity, joy, and purpose. You'll find beauty in the small, a homemade meal, a saved coin, a moment of gratitude, discovering an abundance that transcends money. This is the essence of Kaizen, a life that's not about having more, but being more, a life where every step forward feels like a victory. Kaizen's transformative potential extends to how you see yourself and your place in the world. By embracing small improvements, you cultivate a sense of agency, a belief that you can shape your life, no matter the challenges. This empowers you to dream bigger, not of wealth or status, but of a life aligned with your deepest values. Maybe it's saving for a trip that feeds your soul, starting a side hustle that sparks joy, or simply having the freedom to say no to what doesn't serve you. Kaizen makes these dreams tangible, breaking them into steps so small they're impossible to fear. It's a philosophy of hope, reminding you that change is always possible, that today's tiny action is tomorrow's triumph. In a world that often feels chaotic, Kaizen is your anchor, a steady guide to simplicity, sustainability, and fulfillment. Now, as you sit with this moment, imagine Kaizen as your companion on this journey. You don't need to be perfect, wealthy, or free of problems. You need only the willingness to take one small step, to ask, what can I improve today? Picture yourself a month from now, your savings a little higher, your stress a little lower, your life a little closer to the one you dream of. That future is not a fantasy, it's a reality you're building, one Kaizen step at a time. Reflect on your life now. Where do you feel the weight of spending, of stress, of excess? What's one small change you can make today? A coffee brewed at home, a subscription canceled, a moment of gratitude for what you have? Take a breath, choose that step, and begin. The path to a better life, financially, emotionally, spiritually, is yours to walk, and Kaizen is your guide. The world is waiting for you to take that first, small, beautiful step. Underscore separator, underscore lions, underscore script, underscore separator underscore, 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 underscore.